My name is Steph, and these are my top 5 moments. Number 5.
And then just go cry about it, or you can actually do something about it.
Or at least try something to see if you can do another option.
Exactly. So, with that, like, probably because of my father, I've had this thing of like not ever accepting that like it's going to be, this is just the way it is, and I'm just gonna become a victim to this
What'd
condition.
your dad do for a living?
My dad is an engineer, but what he was a political prisoner in Iran for 8 years, like tortured badly.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, watched his brother be tortured in front of him. A lot of really messed up stuff.
Yeah.
But what came out of that was like this idea that like there's always hope, right? And like he was on death row, like he was supposed to be executed.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so
Dude, I can't even imagine that feeling. Like, just thinking, you saying this story, and I can't imagine what someone must be going through in that moment.
yeah, and
Fucked up.
but he's the most peaceful, happy person you'll ever meet.
Number 4.
What's going on in your head, you're the only person who can do something about it. You know, no one's gonna save you. As much as they want to,
Yeah.
as much as my father or my mother wants to save me, they can't.
Yeah.
You know, it's just impossible. And for me to like, and by saving I mean like achieve my highest potential. The
Yeah.
only person who could do it is me, and the only way I can do it is pay attention to these be honest with myself, pay attention to the conversations that are going on in my brain, and then to actually take action.
Yeah.
You know, my client always tells me, so in rehab they have this thing called HOW,
Okay.
which is honesty, open mindedness and willingness, you know, for change. You know,
Yeah.
how do you recover? Through honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. And so that's something that I try to apply all the time. It's like, first I got to be honest with myself. Is this the path I want to take in life, you know? And like, be honest with the thoughts that are going on in my brain, because a lot of times, you know, the thoughts are telling you things, you know. They're telling you, it's like, you know, a lot of times we fall into addiction or social, whether it's on drugs or social media or whatever. It's you know, it's like, why am I doing this, you know? And it's like, oh, I'm just lazy. No, you're not just lazy.
There's layers of shit in there.
Yeah, there's something that's forcing you to be lazy because you don't want to face it.
Number 3.
We're gonna show Luigi here on the camera. Put him up. Luigi. There we go. We got Luigi there. Awesome, man. Dude, that was great.
Yeah, it was.
Number 2. And then when it happens, you're like, oh, fuck. It's not the end of the world, 1. And 2, I'm still here. And so now what do I want to do? And then it's like clarity starts hitting. But in small doses. Like you had said, for me, it was same thing. It was just even physically. I didn't like the way, like, I even had my beard and I was like, kind of, my hair was fucked up. And it's like, just shave your fucking head. Stop it with half the time you're trying to save this thing. You know what I mean? Like, little things. And then all those little wins started adding into this like level of confidence to come back into the world, in a sense. Like, you're like a baby again almost on certain things. So I know for me, that was, you know, when they talk about breaking points or turning points in your life, that was definitely, that was a turning point that ended up just throwing my life in a complete different trajectory, but fucking so much closer to the vision that I had from when I was younger. So it's funny. It's like you have clarity about who you are when you're young, you lose it along the way, and then all of a sudden you need a fucking slap in the face to kind of remember, like, hey, who are you again, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I had, like, for me, it was a lot of devotion to like the other person's vision, the other person, you know, a lot of like, you know, you kind of, a lot of lies that I told myself or I just accepted, and then you just kind of lose yourself. So you, like, you know, I was like, man, I haven't been boxing in 4 years, like, and this is
fucking
something
crazy.
And like, I was like, holy shit, like, I can't believe I spent 4 years not even thinking about boxing.
Number 1. If you could look back now and ask yourself, why the fuck did I even start this? Do you remember what that feeling was or what those thoughts were?
Yeah. So basically, like I told you about my father, my father was a political prisoner, so he was like a freedom fighter, right? He was fighting against the government to like get rights, you know.
Yeah.
And so I had this always growing up, I had this example of like I need to do something for people, you know, like my father gave all his life for the people, and you know, I had this like I kind of took other people's way of what they thought. Like even my parents were like, you need to go become a lawyer, you know. And I went to school and I got accepted to law school and everything, but it was like, that's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, that's not how I
how
find
difficult
myself.
was that to tell your parents?
My dad to this day, I'm
Bro,
not
they're
joking.
gonna rip you.
My dad to this day, I'm 36 years old. He's like, when are you going to law school? I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
dude, it's
So
not
it doesn't
happening.
matter whatever you do. Nothing is a job until the one that they had defined for you. You know.
Right? But and like I have to like this. So my dad thought like me going to law school, I'm gonna become a human rights lawyer, and he had all these things for me, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm nothing against that, but it's just I didn't see that as, and like I had to take the time to like be like, what do I really want with my life? And then I realized, okay, I have this talent of training people. I connect with people, and I'm able to see movement the way like not a lot of people can. And so so it's like, this is the way I can help people,
Yeah.
you know. And so it's like, maybe I'm not a lawyer, but I'm actually able to change people's lives.